My name is Linda Bowes, and I serve in the after-school program at the Bloomington campus.
My name is Sarah Johnson, and I serve at the Bloomington campus food pantry.
Hi, my name is Scott Nafziger, and I serve in benevolence.
I first got involved in serving after listening to a program over at the Bloomington campus when they were having a meeting about the various ministries over there, and the after-school program is what really intrigued me. I really felt drawn to doing that because I did love working with children.
So we came to Eastview about 20 years ago, and I went for a few years and didn't serve at all because I was worried about the size of the church and I didn't know exactly where to serve. And at one point, saw something in the bulletin about the benevolence ministry. I tried to take that step forward, was nervous, but took the step forward, went to the first meeting, and loved it, and have loved it ever since.
So I started serving a few years ago. I'm not really sure at what point I started serving or had thought about serving, but I remember thinking, the food pantry seems like something I'd really be interested in. I just kind of had this calling, and really I just remember it kind of being out of nowhere and thinking, I don't know how I'm gonna make this happen. I'm a busy mom, I've got a couple of kids, there's no way I'm gonna be able to take time to do that. So that was the gist. I thought I'd start just real general, maybe once or twice a month. And like I said, a couple of years ago, and it has evolved over time.
Well, serving has changed me, especially in this program, has changed me a lot, and learning to feel the joy in serving and being blessed and giving a blessing to the children as well. So it's opened up my eyes to all the different kinds of relationships that you have, not only with the children, but also with all the staff and the volunteers. It's been amazing.
So people come to the benevolence ministry who are struggling financially, either with budgeting or paying their bills. So we help them, otherwise wouldn't be able to pay a bill. We help them to pay that bill or put together a budget to try to help them long-term try to figure out what the problem is. People are struggling out there, and when I'm in my own little bubble, I don't know that. But being in this ministry has really helped me see the need that's out there.
I serve in the Bloomington campus food pantry. And I think that it's one of the best ways that we can not only nourish people's bodies, but also take time to nourish their souls. We get an opportunity every week to talk with people on some of their worst days. And honestly, I feel like the opportunity that God gives us to be able to love them and pray with them is second to none as far as serving goes.
Yeah, I think about how I'm serving Jesus every day in the program, and I see that we're providing them with what they need. They need nutrition, they need snacks, they need activities to burn off some energy. They need to hear the Word of God, which they do every day. They also need to have time for practical things like homework help, things like that. And I see that it's really covering all bases with serving in that area.
When we serve in the food pantry, we see lives change every week. Every single week, I'm praying with someone who says, I don't know what I'd be doing right now if it weren't for you guys, if it weren't, we didn't have this opportunity to get food. I continue to hear people, even when they come back, to say, I never would have thought I would say this, but I actually enjoy coming here and talking to you guys. I really think that's the difference that we can make. A lot of times we're planting the seed of God and the seed of Jesus, and we're just allowing God to take it from there and let it grow.
So I would say to someone who's considering serving is you just need to take the step. Before I started serving in benevolence, it was hard for me because the church was so big. But if you can take that step and do it, it's very helpful. You also have to remember that the church is in need of people all the time. A lot of times we don't think the church is in need of volunteers, but it always is, so always remember that.
I would say that being connected with any ministry for a long period of time, you form relationships, you get to know more of the needs of the people in your community, wherever that community is, and it provides stability, and you develop trust and friendships and are able to communicate the love of Jesus every day.
God really created us to be servants, and the only way that you really know that is once you start to serve. You walk away from these circumstances and opportunities that God puts you in with a hole in your heart that's been filled, that cannot be filled by any other means. And I know this to be wholeheartedly true, and it's the reason why I go every week.